Welcome to the CFG GameCast episode number 56, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on the weekends on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple and Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Podbean. So show us some love and give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any of those podcast services, or check our website out, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, David Screen, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. How are you doing, girl?
I'm doing it. I'm good. It's just been a good week, man. Just hanging out with everybody, playing games. I have to be honest. I finished Rainbow last night. I needed to play.
Man, you crushed it. Dude, did you just start the game this week too? Like you started like on Monday.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I already beat Frambo. Well, and it was funny because last night in the Discord, someone was like, Lex, you started Frambo without me? And someone goes, oh, it's okay, she hasn't finished it yet. And I was like, I just finished it. But it's okay. We can always play it again. It's fine. But yeah, no, I'm just in a gaming mood this week. After playing The Last of Us 2, I was in a funk for a little bit. And I told myself, you know what, let's just play some like old school games that you always wanted to play and that you haven't finished. And that way you won't be disappointed with anything new. And that's what I did. And so, you know, I've just been hanging out playing games all week and it was fun. It was delightful.
Wow, that is incredible. Yeah, geez, that is so insane.
I don't even know how long Frambo is. It didn't feel that long.
I probably, if I had to guess, especially how you normally do your play sessions, I'm assuming probably about 12 to 14 hours.
Maybe. I finished it in 3 sessions.
Yeah, Retroleg's asking, how did you like it?
I loved Frambo. I always wanted to play it. I was a little sad there was no voice acting in it. I get it. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed Frambo. I'd always wanted to play it. I was a little disappointed when I finished it on I pulled it up last night. I was like, I've got like a couple hours left in this. Like, let me just see what I can knock out. And I accidentally finished it. I was like, oh, that's it? Is there more? So yeah, I was kind of search around and see if there was more to it. I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It's very imaginative. It's very and what's funny is we had joked that it's very Alice-like, and I'm obsessed with Alice. Anything Wonderland, Looking Glass, you name it. And in her dresser, there's a picture of her and Alice together. So it's like, I get it. It's like the psychotic mind of Frambo. But yeah, I liked the concept. I thought it was really cool, especially from like the aspect that they took it, telling a mental ill patient that they're mentally ill when in reality they aren't, and they are seeing what they are seeing, and it was really neat. I liked it. I thought it was very fascinating.
Oh, it must be a good game.
I would say, a good game. If you haven't played it, play it, especially if you like puzzle games. If you like puzzles, that's your jam.
Okay, what another question. Did you pick up Song of Horrors off of the summer sale? You did not, did you? You didn't.
Adam got it for us. So we're gonna start that this week. Adam picked it out of my Adam, thank you. He bought it from my wish list. So we have the complete collection 2 through 5.
2 through 5.
I was like, complete collection. Hello? Where's one? I looked, I can't find it. But yeah, it's complete collection 2 through 5. So we will start that at some point next week, because
maybe that's a typo. It has to be a typo. I believe.
But then it's been on there for weeks. Like, why hasn't anyone gone in and fixed it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's Steam though. Steam is like, you could easily probably like lose something and never see it again. And that when it comes to that, it's like yeah. So other than that, okay, well that's cool. All right, and we got the 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, buddy?
Chilling, my friend. I've been a little under the weather here the last couple of days, so I've just kind of been chilling out. We did get a stream in on Thursday, though. Played some Destiny 2, running through things and whatnot. But other than that, I went back to Kakarot. I've been playing some Kakarot again, so I'm gonna finish it. Dude. I'm on the Majin Buu. I'm pretty sure Majin Buu is the last thing within the game. So I'm close on it. But other than
I've
that,
been on the Majin Buu section for a very long time.
no, well, I stopped playing it once Last of Us 2 came out, so I could beat Last of Us 2. So it's only been like a couple weeks, if
Okay.
that. And then over on Mishmash, I started playing Detroit Become Human, so I was enjoying that, and I'm excited to kind of run through that and play that game. Other than that, just chilling out. Hopefully, hoping it's just my allergies acting up, and I'm able to chill out a little bit. And start to get into feel better. But yeah, other than that, just been chilling, man.
I think
I think
it might
Retro
be
pretty
allergic.
much rephrased it correctly. 2022 CFG podcast, Smitty, I'm on the Majin Buu saga. I'm going to finish it.
You keep saying that though, but look how I quickly grinded out
He did
Last
finish
of
Last
Us
of
2.
Us.
Yeah, come on
Okay,
now.
we had a
Again,
reason.
No credit.
We had a reason for Last of Us 2 because we were going to do a spoiler cast, and you wanted to be a part of that spoiler cast. So
Otherwise,
you
I
had
would
to
have been done with
get a
Kakarot.
strong. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had a strong incentive to finish Last of Us 2. You have no incentive for Kakarot.
Yeah, of course I do, because I love the game, and well, I mean, I know how everything ends, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still fun to play through, though. I don't care.
You know what? I'm going to play Kakarot. I'm not paying $60 for that game. I'm just waiting for that second to drop down to 20.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth waiting and just getting it on a discount. If you know the story, you already know it's just fun to play through it and all that stuff.
I know nothing about it, so maybe one day I'll ask Smitty for his passwords and I'll play on his end.
You never played Kakarot?
Or
you never watched Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I always caught the last end, and they were always just like that was it.
Oh, okay. I see.
They were always powering up.
They do always powering up. There is a lot of powering up.
Story of their lives, yes, powering up for like 30 minutes, and then it's like coming in.
I've seen some of the original that's been dubbed over, but I like it. It's not bad. I saw the whole first round of them getting all of the Dragon Balls.
The first set. Okay. Yeah, that is true.
Because I know there's
very, very true.
What about you, man? What do you? I know that you've been busy at work.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I've been ridiculously busy. I'm not wearing the glasses. I look stupid.
No,
oh my goodness, he took them off.
Stupid.
He took them off.
I took them off. Yeah,
wow.
But no, I've been I've been busy. I mean, like we literally did 3 different podcasts, and then this was the first week of like making sure all that came out on time. By the way, thank you so much on listening to our spoiler cast. If you want to check out the spoiler cast, you can go check it out on our YouTube as well as on the podcast, any podcast service. We had a really good discussion about The Last of Us Part 2. And if anyone, this is only for people who have beaten Last of Us and they want to kind of see if they agree or disagree with what we thought about it, our takes about it. So that was really great. Then we also revealed I also was working on a new show that we're doing called the Pop Culture Gems. So we were just that's where we're going to be talking to a lot of people in the pop culture, like, podcasters, gamers, cosplayers, developers, actors, voice actors and stuff. Just nothing's off the table with it. So we just talked to our first guest, which was Piggy Nucka, and next week we're going to have a new guest, which lives in Japan. So it was really cool. So I made sure all that was taken care of. At the same time, I finished beating Luigi's Mansion 3, and one of our streamers, or one of our people from the Twitch, actually deposited 20,000 points. So I'm going to be playing a game that they the person's pick on what they want me to play, which is going to be
Oregon Trail.
Nope.
Yeah.
No Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail.
The only time Oregon Trail is going to happen is going to be you're going to have to pay me to do it. You're going to have to
in digital currency.
Not in digital currency. It's going to be real cash, cold hard cash. It'll be like, hey, donate for Extra Life. Okay, I'll be fine. That's a good incentive, and I guarantee you, it will be the fastest Oregon Trail episode ever. It'll be like 10 minutes at best. It'll be like, because my guys always die at the very beginning, and I can't do it. I suck at that game.
The
I really
catch
suck at that
though
game.
is that you have to make it once through or to Oregon.
If I do, I would have to cheat. That would be the only way to do it.
Is there a way to cheat on that game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
There's like, yeah.
Because we had to play in school, and I had the codes for it.
Oh my goodness.
Because you had to survive, and like we all kept dying, and we all had to start over. It was like, we're never gonna pass this part of the class, and it was like half our grade. This was fourth grade, and my dad taught me how to cheat.
Drown to get polio. Yeah, I got my thing was what was it? Not polio, not yellow fever, dysentery. I got dysentery all the time. All it has not been not dysentery once. It's always been dysentery. And I'm an old dude. This is this is not something that's just happened. This is something that's happened ever since I was a kid. And then this was like, oh, come on. Yeah,
Isn't that bubble guts? Yeah.
The bubble guts. Exactly. It is pretty much bubble guts, but you die. You literally die from diarrhea. So yeah, so it's crazy. But anyways, I digress. Let us go into the normal rigmarole like we normally like to do. So each of us chooses a topic or discussion within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be about a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners or the viewers inside the Twitch chat, to be a part of the conversation. So if you do see something or you have a point, don't hesitate to type it inside the chat. We will definitely keep an eye out on it, and we would love to add it to a part of our conversation. So let us get this bad boy started. Smitty, what are you bringing to the table?
There we go. So I thought it was kind of interesting that we had Amazon basically is stumbling all over the place with their games. First off,
Amazon
what?
Games.
I'm sorry.
Games.
Oh, my bad. Amazon Games. So I recently saw that New World has been officially delayed. It was supposed to come out, I believe, this fall, and it's officially been delayed until spring of 2021. I mean, I kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen. They recently released Crucible as well, which I found this even more interesting because I've never heard of anybody going and taking a game and pulling it back into closed beta. Is what they did with it's the free-to-play MOBA. I know they had gotten rid of a bunch of or some of the modes, like 3 of the 4 modes they got rid of, so it was only the MOBA section. And basically people have been complaining about it. It's just not where it should be. So yeah, they went and went ahead and pulled that off and took it and said, oh nay, you've got what is it, New World, or whatever the hell it's called, coming out, and them having to delay it. It's just not a really good start as far as, them coming out with their games. I do commend them on the fact that, they're recognizing it now. They're going ahead and saying, hey, we're gonna, delay this game. And then even to go as much as you've already released this game and you're like, you know what? They're right. It's not where it needs to be. Let's pull it back off. Let's take it into back into a closed beta setting. So people, and I still haven't tried it out yet, whether if I go, because I had already downloaded it. I don't know if, you know what I mean? Like that game is still valid. If that means I'm able to go into the closed beta, I'm going to try it out and see if I can do it. But I haven't tried out to see if that works or how they're selecting that thing. But I know that they do have. They're still slated to come out with this Pac-Man Live Studio, I believe is what it is, and essentially what that is it's got like full Twitch integration into it. And which I'm loving these companies and places that are playing with this integration of games into these streaming platforms and whatnot. So I think this could be a fun one, especially something that people could do with their communities. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know right now it is slated still to come out this year. So we'll see if they're able to still power through with this. This obviously involves other companies too, like Twitch with the integration. So I'm guessing that they'll be more apt to stick to a schedule when this is supposed to be released. But I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure when the actual release date is. But I think it's going to be an interesting game, and that is one that I was interested in checking out and trying. I think that'd be something that'd be fun to try out and whatnot. So again, they've had some stumbles, but hopefully they're able to get back on their feet, get these games in order the way that they should be, and we get some good content from it.
Well, first off, I didn't know, but Crucibles got pushed back into beta.
Yes, it got pushed back into closed beta, dude. I've never heard of that.
I have never seen that before. So like theoretically, the release that they were like the big release that they were pushing last month.
Yeah, no, it literally has been out for like 2 weeks, and then they pulled it off the shelf.
Did they give a reason why? Because that is weird.
Basically, they were saying that it's not. Yeah, that it wasn't ready. And it says, like, according to the article, it says the announcement comes less than 2 weeks after Amazon brought its other tentpole game, the free-to-play shooter Crucible, back into closed beta following barely a month of wide availability.
The numbers must have been atrocious. That's how bad it must have been for them to do something like that. I have never seen anything like that. And two, like I can understand more on the New World because the New World is going to be it's an MMO and how I guess maybe they're a little bit shook on how bad Crucibles was, but it's possible that with New World, I think the damage would be worse if they did that because their flagship game is specifically going to be New World, and one of the hardest games to really develop is an MMO because it's going to be the most expensive. So so they have really one shot to give the public what to expect in this game. And I've been an alpha tester for New World for the past 2 years on that game, and it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. But it's just like, I mean, I don't really like when I was actually seriously looking into it and started playing it. It's a fun game, but just not for me. It reminds me of what was the name of that game? ESO, Elder Scrolls. Thank you. Like Elder Scrolls Online, very much so, and it makes it much simpler and stuff. So but like overall, it's still a large. It's a pretty hard bargain to buy, like especially if you're planning on making this a monthly game of like how WoW and all this other stuff are planning on being like. It's they're making sure that they got everything working beforehand, and they need to get that beta test out to kind of see if the load is going to be there. So it's Amazon just seems like they have a little way to go on where they're wanting to go. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm looking at the reviews. PC Gamer gave it a 48 out of 100.
Oof.
Yeah, despite some cool heroes and a neat twist on Battle Royale, Amazon's long-awaited hero shooter was not worth the wait. They said there's so many issues. I can't even begin to read to you what. Oh my god. So, on an RTX 2060 and a Ryzen 5 2600, the game struggles to hang around 50 frames per second with the settings on high. Before I updated my graphics driver, the average was closer to 30 frames per second. This spotty performance doesn't really square with Crucible's level of detail. It looks good, but not that good. They're being really nice, and it's still just reading it is oof. Like they've definitely mark. And I mean, here's the thing though. They realized they missed the mark, they pulled it. And I think good for them. If
what's worse is that how's this game? Yeah, but how's this game not even running at 60? That's like, I don't know. In this day and age, I mean that's kind of inexcusable, especially how this game is. I mean, like you're competing, even if you're not competing, you're competing with other games that are in the same kind of genre that is running way
Right.
better and way faster than what this is.
I mean, basically, like Modern Warfare still breaks my PC every time I play it. But the way that they're describing it is just the play style is so spotty. And the one redeeming quality they said about like the characters being cool was that as you level your character up, you get like new game logs to tell more of their
Mhm.
backstories, which is really neat. Um, but yeah, they just here's my thing: if you're gonna spend all this money to create a game or anything for that matter, you know, if it's not ready, it's not ready. And to pull up your big boy britches and pull it to say we need to clearly still work on this, hey, good for you. You know what I mean? I think a lot of other companies could really learn from that because a lot of the times they'll throw it out there and go, here you go, you're welcome, Merry Christmas, and
Mhm.
people don't play it, and then 2 years later there's an update that fixes it, but you've already lost that market. Do you know what I mean? You've already pissed people up. I mean, that happened with 76, and I
People swear that 76 now is really good, but
oh,
like
they said
I
it's
just
People
amazing.
said that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but like you broke it. Like, dude, the game's 2 years old, and you're telling, like, if your game wasn't done or if it wasn't ready, then maybe it's easier for us to say this in hindsight. But like I think like overall, like when your game off the bat is that bad, and then you do these weird things, like you say you promise like no expansion, or that you have to pay for, and then the next, not even 8 months later, you're saying that you have to pay for an expansion, all these different kinds of things that make it look bad, and plus these weird glitches that are happening. It's like you can't excuse all of that. I mean, you absolutely can't. Yeah, and especially a game like this, because this game is completely free to play. They're going by a freemium model, which is going by the microtransactions that are built on this. And if you're not going to see, and if that does not succeed, then that's going to be a lot of money just sank for nothing. And I was going to go back to what Ermagerd was saying. Yeah, Crucible was basically like the BR game for well, not really
See, I
BR. Would
didn't
you say
see it as a
BR?
BR
I
though.
say
I see it more of like
I
an
say like
action MOBA type deal,
arena.
or yeah, like arena type deal or something like that.
Well, because they do have,
Yeah.
yeah, they do have an arena mode, which the review on that, it says it's great. However, the map is so large that running into someone, good luck.
Yeah, it's too big for
It's
the for
too
that kind of
big.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they need to do some I mean, tweaks are definitely need to be done. I mean, even though, like I said, it's very unheard of that they decided to release the game officially, that they put it back into beta is something that I don't even think I can't
That's
even think
nuts.
of another game
I
that's
don't
like
think
that
anyone's
before.
done
But
it.
yeah,
Maybe an
yeah.
indie brand,
So
but
the closest I've ever seen was Final Fantasy 14, when the first run of it was so bad that they basically gave it for free for the while until they were fixing it. But it was not necessarily beta; it was still active, but you weren't paying anything for it until they did the reset for it. But like other than that, I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's quite
See, that's
interesting.
crazy. Cause I remember we
But
played this game, and I don't remember running
yeah.
into issues like that as far as with the game, or at least it didn't stand out to me. So it's interesting hearing you say that a lot of people experience issues like that, because I feel like I didn't experience any of
Mhm.
that. I mean, the game was, there's not enough meat to it. There basically.
There really was. I think there was no depth in it as well either. Like, because like remember, like the thing that we had to do was exactly what just happened. They had to take out the giant hive and then pick that up, and then y'all had to fight to get around it. But then again, like because the map was so big, sometimes that you were really out of position on even doing that, or when you died, they put you like on the other side of the
Yeah.
map. So
oh,
yeah,
that's
certain those
infuriating.
yeah, some of that stuff was just like ridiculous on how that was. So like yeah, I mean, so overall it was just maybe it was just and it
They had the
wasn't the
meat, but
best, I
no
will say.
potatoes.
No, it
It
had
had
no
no
meat
meat.
though. There was no meat and no
No.
potatoes.
I mean, again, like
To me.
my thing
The
about this
character
too, though, is that like if you're gonna make an action one like this, you better don't try to do it
Mhm.
at the pace of a MOBA. You know what I mean? It's like you got to be
Right.
a lot more flexible, and this play style as well. It's begging for faster action, more things should be happening. You know what I mean? And I think that's really where it failed.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's good and safe to say that that's the case. So, but yeah. Now, as for the new world, like, is that something that you're planning on trying to get when the game comes out, or is there a deal breaker for you on trying the game at least?
Here's my deal with games like that. I played ESO for a little bit on PlayStation 4. I had ESO Online, and I was having a great time playing that game. However, when my friends left the game, I was completely alone. And these games are just tough to try to play alone, at least for me. I guess I didn't go out and try to socialize or anything like that. Which, again, if there was a game enough and it interests me enough, I think I could do it. And I think I don't have a problem with games like these. I just never really super got into it because I never had a solid group of friends or people or I never joined a guild or whatever, because I was still kind of learning it and they stopped within the middle of that learning process. So I didn't fully, I was never fully committed, and then I just kind of stopped. So I would try it out though. I mean, it looks cool. And again, I would try anything out that I know friends are playing, for the most part.
Yeah. Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay. Well, that's cool. Well, no, he just want to look at you and he's going to meow when he leaves again. That's exactly what he's going to do. He's already planning his ultimate. Oh, doing it right now. Let's see if I'm right.
He's taking a hot lap. Wait.
There we go. Okay, there we go. So, yeah. So no, I mean, Lex, how about this? Is this your type of game that you would try?
No. No. Crucible looks. The Crucible would be more my speed. It might pull me in with the cute characters, but honestly, I'm mad. So we were talking before we went live, and he was saying this happened, and I was shocked. I mean, also this is their first run at making a game. We got to give them a little bit of a break. But
they're making 2 games though. I mean,
technically 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Apparently Hyperscape, you can't play that anymore, and I'm mad. I didn't even.
It was a closed beta.
So no, I didn't get a chance. Give it back. I wanted to play that. This looks really cool. They're cute. I don't want to kill them though, so probably not.
To be the pacifist this whole game for the most part.
It doesn't look that interesting to me. What's the story? Why am I doing this? You know what I mean? That doesn't compel me enough to want to purchase it. Not to say that if they were like, hey, would you test this out? I'd be like, sure. But I don't know how long it would keep my interest.
If someone tells you, hey, we need you to pay this much money to buy this game, and then it's gonna cost this much monthly to keep the gameplay up, you would be like, nah, I'm good. I'm in the same boat. Because actually I'm on alpha and I haven't played this game in 8 months. So I was just it's hard for me to even keep an interest with MMOs, but I just think that it's really weird that your second game is an MMO. You would think you would want to kind of start smaller when it comes to something like that, but I understand that I understand what Amazon's situation, especially since they are the base of AWS, which is their cloud-based services, and it's the number one thing for cloud-based services. They're wanting to utilize it as much as they possibly can on their serverless clouds or serverless computers. So I understand why they wanted to do it, but at the same time, I don't know if we're in the climate now to be introducing an MMO. Even if they delayed this to 2021, I don't think it's going to be very popular. So. Well, I mean, let's see where this is gonna go, and maybe it's just me being biased on the fact that it's an MMO, but we'll see. It's really hard to make MMOs successful.
This map looks like it was jacked straight from the D&D game that I play.
I mean,
for real, it looks completely they just.
They're all like that, though. Come on, I mean, you can't be it's not just that specifically.
I mean, it looks just like it.
All right.
I died 6 times in that area. I would know.
Oh, that really sucks.
I got my butt beat a lot. It's fine.
Right on. Lex, what is your topic that you're bringing to the table?
It's so interesting. Are y'all ready?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, sure.
who wants to talk about Fork Knife? Let's talk about it. So Epic got an investor this week, y'all, and it was Sony. They invested $250 million into Epic. And you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. Well, it's really not that much in retrospect. So Sony has made a $250 million investment. I'm hearing myself and I don't know why.
Yep.
Um,
Welcome to my world.
yeah, all of a sudden I'm hearing myself. Granting it a minority share of the company and opening the door for a deeper collaboration between them. Specific plans for the future weren't revealed, but Epic said in a statement that the investment will blend Sony's leading portfolio of entertainment assets and technology and Epic's social entertainment platform and digital ecosystem to create unique experiences for consumers and creators. And we know that Fortnite's really good at doing this, right? They've done in-game concerts that were just epic looking. The Travis Scott thing was just
I
I
get
don't
it.
play Fortnite, and I tuned in for that. I thought it was awesome. They're geniuses at what they do and how they make that work. And I think the blending is really great. But here's the funny thing. You think $250 million, right? Here, let's put that into perspective. Tencent invested $330 million in Epic in 2012. That got them a 40% stake with Epic valued at $825 million. Sony's $250 million today only gives them a 1.5% stake with Epic valued at $17 billion. That's
That's
how crazy this investment is, because you think, God, that's so much. I know, I'm sorry, guys. You think, oh my god, that's so much. It really isn't. But if you think about it, team, it could open so many doors. CEO of Epic said, we share a vision of real-time 3D social experiences leading to a convergence of gaming, film, and music. Together we strive to build an even more open and accessible digital ecosystem for all consumers and content creators alike. Sony recently heightened interest in PC gaming with the exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn is coming our way this summer. For one example, the Unreal Engine website touts its capability for episodic animation, live action blockbusters, or short form content. So, I mean, this partnership can only lead to good things in the long run, whether or not you know what I mean, you play these games or not. And I think it's really cool to see that Sony is partnering with Epic, which it's just so fascinating that this is such a huge conglomerate, and I didn't realize how intense it was because we were talking before, and I was like, "That's 40%." So he was like, "No, it's not. You read that tweet wrong. Go back." I was like, "Oh my god, I did." That's it because in my mind I was like, "That makes them majority shareholder." It doesn't. Not even close. Not even close. 'Cause in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, this is a play. They're gonna try to buy them out." Nope. Mm-mm. No, I think
oh
you're just
man.
giving them money as like a goodwill gesture. You know what I mean? What are your
Right.
guys?
See, I
Oh,
sorry, I was going to say, I think if anything, this is a big win for Sony because Sony is setting themselves up for the back end work that they don't want to put the time in that has already been developed, and I think this is more about them trying to be able to utilize the resources that they would get from having some sort of stake in a company like that. So, and not only that, but they're just talking about like their animation studios and things like that. Sony also does films and whatnot. So, again, I think they're beefing up on that end. Not only that, but that also excites me a little bit because I feel like, more and more so they're getting into embracing gaming on PC. We've seen now games going over there. We're seeing more cross-play games coming in. Sony knows that it's inevitable at this point in time. They're trying to stack themselves up to be successful in that sphere as well, which I think, I mean, again, they already have the games to be able to do so. I don't think structurally they're such a proprietary company. I'm thinking that they need some of these other companies to come in and have, you know what I mean? Again, they made the play with Microsoft and being able to get in with their cloud gaming and that infrastructure. So they're just putting the pieces
I don't
into the
even know
puzzle at
because
this
that
point.
doesn't. I mean, in a way, that kind of doesn't make sense to me because because Epic has always been a company that sells their technology to not specifically to Sony, but to everybody that wants to use their engine, the Unreal Engine. And
Mhm.
in general, I the way I'm kind of looking at this is that, especially since Sony only owns 1.5%, that's not even on the big boy table of Epic at all. Maybe it's I guess relatively it is 1.5, and like to say that they got 1.5% for $250 million will give them somewhat of a seat, but not like, a serious seat into it. I think I look at this more as that
Right.
they're diversifying their investment, because because it seems like if they spend 250 million, and then the shares are worth 17.5 billion dollars, theoretically they could just sit on this and then let it randomly accrue as much money as they want, and then sell it back to whatever. Like, I bet you that, because like what I would get from what their move is on this is that they could just hold the shares, just in case, let's say, Tencent's more aggressive and saying, we want the majority stakeholder of Epic eventually in the near future, and they're going to have to go against to Sony to see how much they would sell, if they would be able to sell back their stock towards them on those kind of shares. I mean, God, Leeds Tencent must have been really good suits here. So towards that, yeah. So I think that they see a really good investment opportunity on saying, we're gonna get this. I mean, like, to say that a gaming company is valued that high is scary to me. But like, but to say I'm glad it's Epic that it's there, and because, I mean, Fortnite was their golden egg that basically started all of this, because, I mean, even though the Unreal,
Microtransactions, guys. Like, this is
yeah,
literally from microtransactions.
well, the
This is it.
microtransactions
Well, I feel like the free to play model,
Yeah,
yeah, well,
the
that,
free to play model was huge.
oh, big
absolutely.
time. Big time, because like, to say that they were getting what they were getting in their annual on just Fortnite at like billions of dollars with just Fortnite itself on its own, on top of the fact that they were still using they were still selling the Unreal Engine to developers, because it's already an engine that works on any kind of platform. And also, like, I mean, all the other stuff that they had in the loophole didn't compare to what Fortnite was giving them. And Fortnite, in over 3 years of Fortnite's, has it been 3 or 4 years, Fortnite's been solidly giving them billions of dollars. And it's just crazy. It's insane. And like, even though we don't hear the screams of the shouts of Fortnite as much now, it's still strong with those microtransactions, because they're always active, they're always changing, it's always something new with it. So they're very fluid with it. So uh, yeah, so I think that it's more Sony sees an investment opportunity with them in doing it, instead of kind of working with the synergy, because they have the. I mean, Epic's already doing that. I mean, Epic's already is already doing that with everybody, and I mean, they showcased their new engine on the Sony machine, which is incredibly rare. They usually show that on a PC first, and they show it on anything else. Yeah, so I think it's just a good investment move on Sony's behalf. It'll be really awesome to see them announce something incredibly cool if they did it. But yeah, so yeah, so that's right. That's what I'm guessing. It's not an
I
official thing.
I'm leaning more towards your thoughts as well. Dax lost his stocks today, so he's upset. Sony bought him
Yeah.
out. He's mad. He's like, no.
He's like,
Um,
so he did what?
yeah, they took my shares. Yeah, he's mad. Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was just a little tidbit of, because it's something that's so microscopic in the scheme of things when you look at what's going on in gaming, but it's a big move. It's a big move, even though you're like, 25 million's a lot, but then, or 250 million's a lot. Yes, it is. But when you look at everything from a microscope, it really isn't. And what does this lead to? So I don't know. It intrigued me. And
I mean,
so
I don't even know if I have a lot of FU money like that to be saying, yeah, sure, let's do $250 million of just 1.5% stake of your company. I mean, that seems very, very low to, I mean, that's $250 million, and you're not even getting that. You're only getting 1%.
Yeah.
So so it's just like, oh my god,
Scary.
it's like I would
It's
be
so
like, wow,
scary.
that is scary. That's scary
Uh-huh.
to say. It would, but even look on the other side of the fact is that Sony has $225 million to say, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
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 We'll throw it on that.
$25 to them. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Let's just yeah, it's like I'll give you half now and half later, or any kind of that nonsense. It's impressive. It's very impressive. It's a good power move. The Tencent's just like, yeah, we own all.
Yeah.
So
10 cent
yeah.
is just like, back up. You hear me?
Shoot, Tencent's OCP from RoboCop. They have everything.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy.
Yeah, so like, oh no, we'll definitely see. That's very, very interesting that they did that. So I think it's a good move on Sony, and see where that's going to go. Okay, well, cool.
I agree.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Lex.
You're welcome. What's your topic for today, buddy?
My topic is very, very. We're going to go back on that Last of Us train.
Oh, no.
Yes. Well, you know what? I think this might be better news. Well, wait a second. You're the one that loved the game.
Oh,
that loved both.
I'm just teasing you because it's fun.
Well, yes. Last of Us, the TV series, pandemic TV series, is they have a general date on release, which is going to be springtime 2021. So apparently, like, they announced that they were going to make a Last of Us game, or sorry, a Last of Us movie, or sorry, a Last of Us series on HBO earlier this spring, but they didn't give any information. Now they released some more information about it earlier this week. So the basically the who's going to be a part of this is going to be the is not only Neil Druckmann, which I'm kind of on the fence with because the writing on the other one was but, but Craig Mazin, who is the creator of the series, if you ever watched the series Chernobyl, that series was awesome. He's the creator of Chernobyl, of that, so he's going to be a part of the TV adaptation of the Last of Us series. Excuse me. So there was already some inklings on who was going to be a part of it. It's not yet official, but they were showing, like, pictures of the dude from Game of Thrones. Can't remember his name in my head. I think it was Victor something. But
Jamie Lannister.
Yeah, Jamie Lannister as Joel and stuff. But like, those were all teasers, but it hasn't been 100% official yet.
No, it
so
hasn't.
but yeah, so they said that they said it was going to be, they said, oh, I'm sorry, I said spring 2021. I was wrong. It was going to be late 2021, early 2022. So
I like
sorry.
who they've typecasted so far for both Ellie and Joel, but I also think a better Ellie would be, what's her face that played Juno? Why can't I think of her name all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking
Page.
about? Thank you. I think Ellen Page. Yes.
Ellen Page is too old.
No. She's so petite. She's like me. We look,
No.
Or 60. It's fine.
You need to be like, she needs to be like, this has to be acted like,
be great.
As someone that's 19, 20 years old.
You can CG her. It's fine.
And it looks ugly when that happens.
Shut up.
It does look weird. It does look
terrible. Right, fine. I'll shut my mouth. Go ahead.
I'm not. And Ellen Page, I like Ellen Page, but no, her time has gone by. I mean, you just referenced Juno when she was that age in 2007. It's been 13 years. So no, I'm sorry. It's like,
has it though? Shit.
Yeah.
Troy Baker said Josh Brolin would have been a knockout choice for Joel.
I think Josh Brolin would be perfect.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, even the pictures that they did of what's his name?
He would have been too old.
Ooh, Josh Brolin?
No, not Josh Brolin. The one dude looks super old.
Jamie
at least in the
Lannister?
picture that I saw.
I think Joel's
younger
older.
than Josh Brolin.
You gotta think, like, when we meet Joel in the first one, we go through Joel's older. He's like in his 50s or 60s.
Yeah, he has to be.
I would think that his 50s in the first game for sure.
I think it was I think the
20
time
years, so
was like
30.
8 or was it 10 or I think it was like 10 or 15. I can't
I
remember.
think it was 20 years. Let me double check. Hold on. I'll do some digging. But
Because
yeah, Joel's
okay,
at least 50.
Wow, I
Nikolaj
would have pictured him for being like
Coster-Waldau.
more
Yeah,
like in
that's
his
his name.
40s.
Yeah, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. He was 40 when you first got introduced by Joel. He was already middle aged when you first meet him. But like, yeah, but he was just like he was torn down and beaten. Like, yeah, Nikolaj wasn't bad. I think it would have been pretty cool uh to see it. So like, I don't know. I just think that, well, for overall is what I think. If they do the start of The Last of Us and then they kind of do a more of a more of the world building of The Last of Us, which is very possible for them to do, I think I will enjoy this series a lot more. Just totally don't even like wait till like whatever season 4, season 5 when you start messing around with Last of Us 2 when the person says, okay, I'm done playing this character or whatever. Just just let it go by just the world building in the first one of just have somewhat of the semi plot and make you fall in love with the main characters again, because that's what I am hoping for the series to be like. I'm kind of shake. I don't know. Like I said, I kind of don't trust Neil Druckmann on it, but we'll see where that's gonna go, because if he's gonna if it's very evident or clear. But I do have my faith on the guy who did Chernobyl. So like, and HBO is, for the most part, does a pretty good job on these TV shows.
Absolutely. You also have some people that are involved with Westworld that are also going to be involved in this, and Westworld is freaking amazing.
I still
So
haven't seen all of it.
oh yeah, you got to finish that, dude. I think they're gonna. I mean, again, like you're saying, they don't skimp out on their productions. When HBO does a series, they go all in.
Mm. Okay, so that's cool. That's tight. That's what I've been wanting to do, because I mean the biggest thing is like I just want to get them to be, like consistent, or something that'll make them hyped to make you happy about this world. Not really happy, but engaged. That's a better way. Engaged in this world. It's yeah. So golly, I don't know. So what do y'all think? Like, would y'all be hyped about this? If they do this right? I know Lex is probably in on this. Gotta be in on this, Lex, right?
If you make Jamie Lannister Joel, I will lose it. Man, I think he's perfect. I think he is a perfect Joel. Um, looks wise, yes. Also, I don't know. I feel like his story arc in the last season of Game of Thrones, no spoilers if you haven't watched it, but why haven't you watched it? His
Because it's
story arc,
garbage.
God. Um, don't you not in agreement, Smitty? You stop it. I see you through the little hole.
I just
No.
look. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I see you. No, I think his story arc in general, I think you were starting to love him again, and that's what they do before they kill off a character in that show. They make you love them again before they kill them. And I don't know. I think he's a great actor. He's been in a lot of stuff other than that, and he's always great in everything that he is. And I think he would really hit the mark here as Joel. I also. The Fallout show. I don't.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what to expect of a Fallout. That's the only one I'm on. It's an enigma, because you can make Fallout anything at this
That's
point.
really,
Like,
yeah, you could. And I think here's the thing, like I'm always down. One of my all-time favorite shows is about to end, and it sucks that COVID hit because we haven't gotten the last episodes yet of Supernatural. And I'm just when I'm a diehard fan, I'm a diehard fan. I'm a Dean girl, by the way. You're welcome. Um, I just well, and Charlie and Dean. But anyways, I'm looking for a new show, man, to add to like my lineup. I don't watch a ton of TV. Like I binge. I'm a binger for sure. Like I'm waiting for Westworld to just finish out this last season so I can just plow through it. I'm one of those people. I have muchness. I need to see it now and I need to see it all kind of person.
Wait, Westworld is done. That
Is
season
it?
is done.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
then I'll get on it.
Yep.
So you know, we're like in the middle of Doom Patrol right now, and last night's episode was so good.
I
Um,
need to still watch the second
oh,
season of that. I
Doom
just watched the
Patrol
first
is so
episode of it.
good. Well, they released the first 3 episodes, and now they're doing it weekly, which sucks because the way last night ended, I just was screaming at the TV, and I don't do that very often. And I think this would be a show that I would get emotionally invested in because there's shows that you watch just because, like, I started it, it's pretty good, I'll finish it, you know. And I think this would be a show that like you actually really do get invested in because the characters are so dynamic in the you're forced to love them whether you want to or not scenario. We've kind of talked about this, you know, you're stuck in this like dystopian world where it's basically an apocalypse scenario and it's kill or be killed. And I think when it's those scenarios, you really grasp onto characters. And I think this would be a really good show. I think it would be cool. I'm excited. Obviously, that was going to be my answer, and you know it. But yeah, I'm excited.
I already know Smitty's on board.
Uh-huh.
You're on board.
Yeah, of course. I've been talking about this for a while. I said it back after finishing the original game. So yeah, I'm 100% on board with this. However they cast it, I have faith in at least if anything, I know it's going to look pretty. And it's going to be solidly produced. So I can always appreciate a well produced show. Whether the story and all that stuff that they do with it is any good, that's the part that's going to be kind of up in the air for me. So we'll see what route they take. We'll start seeing it build up as they start casting actors, and we'll start seeing that world come together. So I'm excited to see it all come together.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Robo Patriots throwing out some facts here. The Fallout TV series that's coming out is being made by the people who made Westworld 2. And yeah, David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, co-wrote Warrior Nun, who does a great job. You know what's actually funny about David Hayter? Like David Hayter is like a really good writer. Like he also wrote the very first X-Men movie as well. And yeah, that was also him. And like and he co-wrote a little bit in I believe Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. So so he's like people kind of don't know that about him, but he's really good. I think he's really good all around, like, actor, voice actor, and like, part of production. So definitely, I won't be surprised. But yeah, I haven't checked Warrior Nun out. It's on my to watch list.
I've never heard of it. I'm intrigued. Where
it's on Netflix.
is it? Oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah, whole season now. And but you definitely should watch The Old Guard. That's that one just came out yesterday.
You're gonna have to write these down for me.
Charlize Theron. I'm gonna write nothing.
Hey, I can't.
I will link it. It's like I'm not gonna write Jack. Okay, but that's good. That was good topics. All right, Lex, what do you have planned for this week?
Well, I just got messages while we were live about my goddaughter, so I might have to go back into quarantine. Again. So I know. So if I don't go over there tonight, I'm gonna be working on my OBS. I had switched over from Streamlabs from Slobs to OBS overnight. One night I was pissed. I was like, I'm done. I give up. I'm switching to OBS Studio. And I never really like tweaked anything, and I kind of want to mess with it a little bit and see.
Why do none of y'all use Stream Elements? I don't understand. Like, is there something a game? No, I mean okay. So Stream Elements uses Streamlabs, but they strip their own stuff to make stuff so much easier. So it still uses Streamlabs, but there's tweaks that they did in it to make it their own, and it's great. That so like I don't understand.
I mean, here's the thing, like, if you look at my stuff, like, a lot of the effects that I use, I kind of done myself by, like, janky ways. I know, like, my zoom-ins, if I showed you guys how I did that, you guys would laugh hysterically, like, "Oh my god, that's just stupid smart." I just zoomed, and then I saved it, and then I did another one and zoomed even further in, and so my screen is just huge. Like, to find the end would take me forever. But like, I just silly things like that. but I've never gotten like super creative with it. And that's I feel like I kept telling myself this was no one's gonna like me. This is so I need to stop that, and I need to I want to mess with it, and I'm kind of Larry IRL. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll hi Larry. He's my Muppet husband on Twitch. Hi, you. The cat's losing his mind. He has some really cool like tutorial videos and things that you can use from him, and he explains it. And so I was gonna kind of go through some of that and mess with that tonight and tomorrow, and just kind of play around before dinner. But yeah, I mean, this game we're doing like our normal lineups. I think Monday we're gonna try to finish Alice, maybe Spoopy Tuesday. We've added a secondary horror night, Hump Day horror for Wednesdays, and we're gonna start the horror game that you had recommended actually, and then Thursday Overwatch. I think.
Very nice.
But yeah, that's the lineup. That's
You
what
know, I
we.
realized that I think I put the wrong link on your thing. I say twitch.tv/Lex.
Yeah, that's not me.
Lex. Yeah, I did check that out. I did change that.
This guy's got you following people that
and
nope.
then the about it doesn't even say the name. How rude.
Scrap mechanic. I've heard people talk about scrap
I have
mechanic.
that downloaded and ready for Adam and I to have a date night.
Sounds good. Smitty, what are your plans this week?
Not much. I was thinking about going live tonight, but I think I'm just gonna take the weekend, rest up, probably do some back end stuff, sleep, and work on some stuff. But I will be live over at Mishmash TV. It'll be part 2 of Detroit Become Human. So I'd play that, and then Thursday, I don't know what I'll do. I've been playing Destiny. She shakes her head at me. But we might do Overwatch comp. I don't know. I'm kind of getting burned out on Overwatch too, so I might switch up Fridays or something. Maybe switch up the days or something. I don't know. But yeah, just keep it standard, and hopefully, I get the feeling better here, and just take the weekend and hang. So, I'm supposed to play. I think I'm supposed to be playing some Dead by Daylight tonight. I know Anarchic Ninjas had said something as well, so I'll probably be on there tonight at some point in time.
Still need to play that. I have never played that game.
You fool! What about yourself, Wayne?
God, is it probably because I'm not using CFG GameCast? I think that's what it is. Because like I have shortcuts, but I don't think I have myself as a moderator. I don't know. Well, so basically, what I'm gonna do is that this week I'm just gonna finish up on the editing on our new podcast segment, pop culture gems. I'm really hyped on that because this is I'm surprised that we got this person from Japan that was wanting to do the interview with us. So we're going to do that. Comes out on Friday. Also, I am going to stream probably a little bit of I owe a stream to one of my dudes for using one of the channel points. So I'm going to do a stream of Yakuza 0 on Monday evening. And then actually after that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing. When is Ghost of Tsushima coming out? I thought
the 17th.
So next week. Okay, so Friday.
Yeah.
So Friday I'm probably going to do one of Ghost of Tsushima as well. So then and get ready to crush that.
Are you guys going to be watching the Ubisoft thing tomorrow? What is it called? Ubisoft 4 or something?
Is that tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
I really hate going to Ubisoft. Ubisoft's online conferences are so freaking boring. It's not even fun.
I've never seen one before.
Oh my gosh, it is terrible.
They're gonna hold on. They're gonna be talking about AC Valhalla. They're gonna be talking about Watch Dogs Legion, which that one kind of excites me. Far Cry 6, and then the Division 2, and something with the Division 2 as well. So
what's gonna happen?
I've never played any of the Far Cries. Yeah, I have. I think 2 through 5.
Mm-hmm. You have all of them, and you have not played one of them. Your silence is golden there.
Yeah, you're right. I recently picked them up off of like GOG or something. Yeah. I had like maybe 5 through something, but I recently went back and picked up Yellow, because I was like, I think that's a series I would. I mean, I at least want to try. It's enough to where they keep making more of them, so there's got to be something to it.
No, they're good games. I played Far Cry 5 third brain surgery during heal in ICU. Someone brought me my PlayStation and I was yeah, it was good. I liked my dog. That's all I really remember about it is I really liked my dog. I had a blue healer. Yeah, that's what I remember the most. But yeah, it was a good game. I had nothing negative to say about it, so that's all I remember.
Nothing but good. You have nothing but good things to say about it. Sweet deal.
He is a good boy.
It's got a dog.
She knows.
Awesome.
What are you doing?
Oh,
we already said.
You already did. You don't have to go. You don't have to be fake with me this time around. I'm just
kidding. Say what?
But guys, thank you so much for checking out episode number 56 of the CFG Gamecast. We will be back again next week with the crew. We're going to be. Don't forget, if you want to help or support the podcast out, do us a favor, give us a like, give us a follow either on Twitch or comment or whatever. Or give a review on the ratings on our podcast services on Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, wherever that's out there. Or just come and check us out on the main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to check out some awesome geeky content. So this is Davis, Lex, and Smitty signing off. Y'all have a great day.
Bye. There you go. I knew he was going to.